Today I am reflecting on joy. I will be drawing from various authors, including the incredible meeting of Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama in 2015, where they showed that it was indeed possible to experience joy while suffering themselves and witnessing suffering in others. And I can really recommend the book that came from this meeting, The Book of Joy by the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and it's available in book form, Kindle and Audible on Amazon. I'll start with a quote from the Little Book of Joy, written by His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and also Rafael Lopez. Joy is the warm, tingling feeling of the sun tickling your toes in the morning. It's a giggly, squiggly feeling when you're doing something silly. Even when you wake to the rain and your joy is washed away, it's waiting at the bottom of the puddle. Joy is never far away. Even in hard times, joy never truly disappears, and when we share our joy with others, it grows inside. I really love that description. Joy is hard to describe, but I think this quote really does help to get to the essence of how it feels. So where do we find joy? Or does joy find us? Or do we need a certain state of mind for it to come naturally to us? Before I became a Christian, I can think of periods in my life of feeling joyful, but they were not triggered by any external happy event. It was a feeling inside which accompanied me day by day. But these feelings never lasted. Since becoming a Christian, and I really feel sure I have the joy of God, from God being in my heart, and it's a long-lasting joy. Desmond Tutu states, "The joy that you are talking about is not just a feeling. It's not something that just comes and goes. It's something much more profound. Many people are waiting for happiness or joy. When they get a job, when they fall in love, when they get rich, then they will be happy. Then they will have joy. You're talking about something that's available right now, without waiting or anything." Margaret Sylph says, "Happiness sometimes lies on the roadsides of our lives, easily gathered in parcels of pleasure. Maybe happiness can even be a barrier in our search for deeper joy, a seductive cul-de-sac that can tempt us to settle for less, when God longs to give us more." We do live in a world where external success and happiness is seen as desirable. We tend to have a surge of happiness when we achieve success, or something happens to make us happy. Have you noticed how long that happiness lasts? The novelty wears off and your happiness level returns to its former level. But joy is different. It's not triggered by external events or acquisitions. I think of joy as an inner feeling, a feeling not prompted by anything in particular, a feeling which is sustained through the daily ups and downs of life, a feeling that does not come from the brain, but rather the heart. Last year I had a profound experience when I was licensed as a licensed lay minister for the Church of England at Exeter Cathedral. I was asked whether I was looking forward to the service by many, to whom I would reply no. I thought of it just as a formality. However, this day brought a profound change in me, a deep inner joy which still lasts. It's almost like I'd found God again. I felt a quiet and calm joy. God was not in the wind, nor the earthquake, or the fire, but rather a gentle whisper. 1 Kings 19:11-13. A gentle whisper that entered my heart and stayed. We could ask, can joy be maintained through sorrow? Margaret Sylph states that joy lies on the other side of sorrow, just as the sweetest fruits often grow on the other side of the thorn hedge. She also asks if the Samaritan woman at the well would ever have met Jesus if she'd had a water supply at home. She continues asking, perhaps we should be asking God not to supply our wants, but to dwell within them. It makes you think, doesn't it? I certainly feel that the inner joy of God can sustain us through our bad times. It may not take away the pain, but perhaps helps us deal with it. Thank you.